Hey everybody, welcome back. We're playing more Digimon World Dawn. Alright, last time we left off, we were helping out the city, and we went to Login Mountain and saved some of our friends, and now we're doing some side quests. One thing I love is side quests. I will get yelled at because I am the kind of person who tends to do all of the side quests before doing the main quest. So, I'm not going to guarantee that in this playthrough I'm going to do all of the side quests, but I will probably be doing most of them. So, let's just start, and let's take on this holy quest. Find Tapirmon. Talk to Gummymon in Shine Plaza. Yes, I will take on this quest. You have accepted the quest. Alright. We have to go find Gummymon now in Shine Plaza. And if I do remember right, there's always like these Digimon around. And there's always someone who's like who like isn't normally there. Is it you? Shine Gate is just ahead. But that's who we're looking for. Or that is the Digimon we are looking for. Right? Because you're... No, you're Chibomon. I think this was the part of the game that I saw some people complaining about, is that looking for, like, the Digimon for the side quests could be somewhat tedious. Because they're not obvious. But I guess for me, I'm kind of used to playing older games generally, and that not having a marker doesn't bother me. This is the one. Alright, great. You're going to listen to my request. Thanks! During that earthquake, I got separated from my friend Tapirmon in Thriller Ruins. Since then, Tapirmon's been missing, and I'm worried. Will you go find him for me? He's probably still there. And we have our quest. So let's go. Let's go do it. Let's go find Tapirmon. And we're going to get to see a new area in the Thriller Ruins. Alright. Thriller Ruins. This is good. I should probably look, because Agumon needs... I think it was Agumon needs some Beast DNA, and it looks like we can get Beast here. Let's see. Should be able to check all of that. Check the EXP. Dark Holy Zero Beast. And... oh, it's Dragon for him, right? Oh, it was Beast for... Coronamon. Yes, 700. Okay, great. Well, we're going to get some of that hopefully this time. Alright. Now we have to go find Tapirmon. And we're going to see some new Digimon. Quakamon, great. So, in between this episode and the last, I did look up, and it does look like a lot of the Digimon, like, generally the types, from what I could find, I did not heal. I may have to leave and heal my Digimon quick. Whoops, sorry about that. It does look like there are, like, weaknesses that they have, but it is kind of Digimon dependent. So, we're just gonna have to go with it and kind of hope that whatever does the most damage, that's what we're doing. Maybe if I kill this or defeat this, I'll end up getting a bunch of XP, and I won't have to leave the area. Probably not. I'm not normally that lucky. Oh, Agumon's fine. That's kind of who we were worried about, right? Coronamon. Alright. I'm gonna run back and run back to the farm quick and heal up just to make sure. I don't remember what the punishment is for, like, having your team faint or whatever in this game. Because, again, comparing to, like, Pokemon, it's like, oh, you lose some money, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but certainly isn't the best. Let's actually see. I know I won't have... So, this is where you could, get new Digimon. And once they're at 100% scan rate, you're able to get them. So currently I don't have any of that. And here's also where you can Digivolve and de-Digivolve, which I can't do that yet either. And then there's special Digivolve here too, which you can DNA or Armor Digivolve. I don't think that I'm gonna... Yeah, I don't have Farm Island access. Okay. Just had to check. Back to the quest. So... It's kind of like running back to the Pokemon Center quick and you're like, oh boy, I better... Before I get too far into this. It's not this game, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. I am enjoying the... Like I said, I think in the last episode, I've been playing Pokemon ZA. Pokemon Legends ZA. On my, like, not streaming or recording it or anything, just sort of on personal time. And, I am very much enjoying it. It's interesting to see the different, ways that the two have went, because I'm kind of using... I'm kind of comparing it a little bit to Digimon Story Time Stranger. Because I really, really enjoyed that game. And there's a lot of things... There's things in both that I enjoy. I think one of the interesting things in the new Pokemon game is that there's that kind of active fight system. I'm sure a lot of... If you've seen that game, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Where rather than turn-based like this, and like the historic Pokemon games are, there's sort of like some movement and stuff where you can actually like kind of set your Pokemon up and have them like avoid attacks if you can like get them out of the way of attacks and stuff, which I think is really interesting. I like that a lot. It's kind of fresh, something different out of the Pokemon series. And in comparison, like I feel like I have been feeling a little bit like Pokemon, I don't want to say it's getting stale, but I certainly feel like the last couple games haven't necessarily moved the meter a lot for me. I have enjoyed them. I played all of the mainline Pokemon games except for actually, ironically, Pokemon X and Y. Yeah, ZA is the X and Y like pre-game. So, which is funny because now playing this game, I'm like, I'm sure all of this makes sense to people, and all these characters make sense to people who have played this game, but I ain't got any idea what's going on. But I'm enjoying it so far. Which is kind of nice, again, like, when you're big into, like, a series like Pokemon or Digimon, it's nice when games do that, or I'm assuming the Pokemon ZA is doing that, where, it's setting stuff up for the original DS game, or 3DS game, I should say. But overall, so far, I've been enjoying it. There's certain things I definitely liked more about the Digimon game so far, and like, I'm not that far into the Pokemon game yet. So, You know, they're different. And I don't mean to necessarily compare. I know that one of my friends, my best friend, is very big into Digimon, and he really dislikes when people compare Digimon and Pokemon. Because really, this paralyzed man, I'm gonna spend the whole game being paralyzed. He doesn't really like when people compare like Digimon and Pokemon, because they really are two completely different games, and like series and everything. But when the games play similar, they're gonna get compared to each other, I guess, in that sense. Agumon? What's going on here, dude? We gotta have a chat. We gotta have a chat. I can't have you going down every time. That was a lot harder of a fight than I think it really should have been. Oh. I found him. Let's see. I don't think there's going to be a fight. Huh? Gummymon was worried and looking for me? Then you'd better hurry back home. There we go. I saw this chest over here that I'm going to grab. This might be a good chance to... One of the things I was thinking is I probably really need to get some more Digimon. One of the ones I'm definitely thinking about, which if you watch the last one, I said I wasn't going to do this, but at this point, I'm probably going to end up getting Vmon. So if I don't just naturally come across Vmon throughout these short little side quests, maybe I'll spend some time between videos and getting Vmon, just so I have another other Digimon on the team, because I think you can have up to 5, probably 5 or 6 Digimon on your team in this game. So, but I believe it's 3 on the field at any one time. One of the other things too about Digimon, which I didn't necessarily know, but recently I was looking through with that same friend that doesn't like compare Digimon and Pokemon. He was visiting, and we were looking at he's big into Magic the Gathering, and one thing I love is collecting. And now I don't do card collecting quite so much. I do like to collect things and be able to actually use them for their intended purpose. So, like, for example, like playing Magic. Like, I don't necessarily have a lot of interest in playing Magic, but I do love looking and seeing the cards. And we went to one of my local game stores up here, and he was grabbing some Pokemon cards, and so I grabbed a couple packs of the modern Digimon game cards, just to have, because I think they're cool. And we ended up going through my card collection that I have, and I had totally forgotten. I had some of the old, I don't know if anyone is going to remember these or knows what I'm talking about, but there was an old Digimon card game that came out like in the late 1990s. Like, I want to say it was like 97, and I came across some old cards that I had that were from like 2004, I think. So that was a pretty cool find. And then looking at those cards and comparing to like the modern card Digimon card game was pretty cool. Just to see the difference. And I'm glad that Digimon kind of has its own little following now, that's somewhat rivaling Pokemon, I think. I'm glad Tapirmon was safe. Thank you for finding him. Now get your reward at Shine Center. Quest complete. It's just that easy. Alright. This reception, we're going to do a quest of Holy Digimon. That was a really good music line. Well done. Quest complete. Take your reward. 60 Tamer points. Some money. Novice Blade. Cool. Let's actually check that out. I forgot that this was kind of part of this. Is it in... No. Items? No. Maybe it's in the Digimon? Oh, it should be under equipment. Equip. Novice Blade. +3 attack. Sweet. Well, it's not that great, but I'll put it on. Yeah, I'll put it on Chronomon for now. Alright, that's one quest down. 3 to go. This is reception where you deal with Dragon Digimon. Find the L Mushroom. Take the quest. Talk to Vmon and Shine Square. So we have to go find Vmon now. Let's see. Tokomon. Ah, there he is. So, you're going to do me a favor? Don't tell anyone. But I want to eat an L mushroom. I heard you can find them in Chip Forest. But I couldn't find any. Could you go and take a look and find some? Sure, why not? So we're going to see the other location that we haven't seen yet in Chip Forest. Before I go, I'm going to heal, so don't forget. I expect we're going to be seeing a lot of this back and forth. One of my problems I have as a person who plays a lot of video games is I also tend to hoard my items. So just get ready to see me probably run back there to heal a lot rather than just go buy healing items and progress things onward. But normally it doesn't take too long. Alright, Chip Forest. Alright, and we're looking for an L Mushroom. We got a Novice Cloak. That's pretty good equipment, I think, to get early on. And we get some different Digimon. Some of these are... I kind of do remember some Digimon from this area, and I remember really liking them. Kokomon. That's another Tenemon. That might be another one that I look for getting on the team right away. It's so hard. I find myself a lot of time going, oh, I really want to get that Digimon, or in Pokemon too, like, oh, I want to use that Pokemon on my team. Problem is there's just too many, like, cool Digimon or Pokemon that you can get, and I always find it hard to make that decision on, like, who ends up on your team, like, especially on, like, your final team, if you think about, like, Pokemon going to the Elite Four and going to do Champion and stuff like that. I have a very hard time, but I like to kind of spread around, like, what Digimon or Pokemon I use. I don't like to just, like, every game I'm going to use Omnimon, or every game I'm going to use, like, Paladinmon or something like that. So, I don't know. Wait, if you guys have a feeling, throw it down in the comments. I'd love to read them. Like, how do you guys make that decision? Because I struggle. I struggle big time. I do remember some of these side quests being kind of mean on where they put these items. There was that area to the north. I hope I didn't just go the wrong way and just totally miss it. But that's kind of the fun, I think, of going back to these old games and you're like, I don't remember where anything is. I don't remember what happens in the side quest. Let's go do it. That's fun. One of the other things is, so going back to that collecting things topic, I have a lot of video games, and one of the things I've been doing now for well, a couple of years actually, is every month I've been trying to, how does this work? Okay, it does move to the correct target. Great. I've been trying to finish one video game a month. It doesn't have to necessarily be from start to finish, but at least just finish one video game, so my backlog of games doesn't get overly ridiculous, and then I don't feel bad for having a bunch of games I haven't played. And I've been doing well. I've finished at least one game, if not more, since like early 2021, and it's, at the time of recording this, it's 2026. So, and that was another reason I thought it'd be kind of nice to start doing some recording and stuff, is so I can kind of play through games, and it would give me an excuse to continue to play games and try to make it my way through some of this gaming backlog that I have. But I don't think that's ever gonna actually happen, because I have so many handheld games and so many console games and like 500 plus games on Steam or something ridiculous. So there's just too many video games and not enough hours in the day when you also have a regular 9 to 5 like work day type job. Oh yeah, actually one of the things you can do is on the touch screen. That's right, you can touch and move the camera around. So I don't think I want to go up there, because that looks like a exit, like, portal. One of the things too for me is I was always a big handheld gaming person. It's only recently I've somewhat recently kind of gotten more into doing computer games through Steam and Epic Game Store and stuff like that. But for most of my life I was a console gamer and really actually playing a lot of stuff on handhelds. You used a card key. Door switch is on. So that was that key that we picked up earlier in one of those chests. Maybe these games aren't as different as I thought they were, because I kind of remember doing this quest in World Dusk. Or maybe I've seen... I don't remember. It's been too long. But this works out because this is a beast Digimon, and I need some XP from him. The early grind in these games is so... always in these like training games like this, I always find that the beginning is the hardest, when you just don't have a lot, because battles go slower I should say, and a lot of times later on in games these sort of wild enemies just end up being, you just kind of plow through them and you don't have to worry so much. But man, early on in these games, it's slow going. that might be where I need to go. This dark portal. Right. Part of this going through the actual digital world and having to look around for stuff. I'm getting a little low on health here, so I think I am gonna not hoard my items. I don't want to have to make my way all the way back here. You guys probably don't want to see that either, so... Again, really great music in these games. Come on. I feel like I'm really unlucky. I feel like I've missed so... Well, the one Digimon I didn't heal. I feel like I've missed a lot of attacks already in this game. And we're like on the 5th mission. Well, the 2nd side quest, but like the 5th mission I'm doing. There we go. Alright, Agumon. There we go. Am I in? I feel like this is right. I don't feel like they would put this here if this wasn't what you were supposed to do. Oh. Come on, Agumon. Like, oh. Oh gosh. Am I under-leveled for this, or am I just unlucky? Either one could be potentially true. I guess both could be true, too. This is the hard... I do remember this about this game, is that there were some parts where the challenge seems like it increases kind of quick. Well, okay. Is it worth using... Oops. Is it worth using... Yeah, it probably is. I'm giving you a chance here, Agumon. You just gotta... I maybe should have gone to the shop and bought some healing items before coming out here. Maybe I'll do that next time. Before we go on this next quest. Alright, so Holy does a ton of damage to these guys. Great. I'll have to try to remember that. Yikes. Okay. Oh, okay. So it is 3 relief Digimon. I'm going to have to get some more Digimon, too, because I wouldn't be having as much trouble if I could change stuff out. Oh, there's a chest over there. Nice. Alrighty. Oh my god. There's a lot. It's so worth battling at this point. I feel like I need to speed this up for y'all, but the battling at this point is just so important in leveling up so Agumon doesn't just absolutely get destroyed every fight. You know, a question I would have for all you two is, like, what other games would you be interested in potentially seeing on the channel? Oh gosh, so much damage. I really like playing kind of most games, or any game I should say. One of my favorites, which I have my problems with the current game, I guess, but I really love Monster Hunter. Well, that was not the item we were looking for. I would certainly think about playing something like Monster Hunter on here, maybe, but it's I don't know if anyone out there's played the recent Monster Hunter Wilds. What do y'all think of that game? Because I like it. I feel like it didn't release with enough stuff. And I guess that's one of my big complaints I have about modern games overall, is like, I think modern games are great, and I understand the place of DLC, but I really don't like how games kind of knowingly release incomplete, where things down the road are going to be added, and a lot of like in Monster Hunter, right? Like later they add so many different monsters and stuff. It's like not even really worth playing at the start. I played through the whole thing and I finished the story, and I think I had done everything up to, like, I might have gone to HR 100. I'm not 100. I don't quite remember, but gosh, and that's a lot of time put into that game. I put in something like 70 hours or something, which isn't a lot for some people in some games, but it's a lot for me when I'm used to somewhat playing shorter games. Ooh, heals 2 allies? Okay, that's a great item to have. Alright, well, could that be our mushroom that we're looking for? Let's see, let's see. Agumon. My dude, come on. I wonder if there are recommendations. Again, like, comparing to other, like a Pokemon game, right? I know early on, thinking of like red and blue or red and green, games like that. Like if you start with like Squirtle or Bulbasaur, it's easier than if you start with Charmander. I kind of want to know. It'd be interesting to be able to know if that was somewhat similar in this game, where if like you started with the balanced pack, but actually it's like not nearly as good as if you were to start with the defensive pack or the offensive pack or whatever. All right, I do not like that I might lose to this bear. We're out here struggling, friends. This is a major struggle here. There we go. Woo! Let's find this L mushroom. There we go. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna just beeline it to the exit. And I think I'm gonna show off the first use of fleeing from a battle. And I failed. Great. I'm now in trouble. Okay. This is a really good item. And I hate to burn it on this, but I'm going to. Alright. Let's just try to get out of this fight without blacking out. Although probably won't be the worst, because I would assume we get sent back to the home, Digi-home. Alright. Let's see if Holy does any damage to these guys. Oh, not so bad. Tentomon's another Digimon I'm thinking about for the team. And it's because I really like yeah, let's try Holy again from Chronomon here. Like Lilithmon and Mata MP too. Great. Rosemon and Lilithmon are I love those Digimon too. In the other Digimon. Okay. In Time Stranger I used what is it? Rosemon Burst Mode, I think, is one of the ones you can get in that game. She came in clutch for me a lot of times too. Oh my gosh. There might have to be some training I get done here, because these are rough, man. Oh. Let's get out of here, man. Who knew looking for a simple mushroom would be so difficult? Alright. Where's that Vmon again? I think he's over here. Hey, Ko, welcome back! So you found me an L mushroom. Way harder than it should have been. I'm so glad. Now I can eat it and feel really, really happy. Actually, I degenerated and felt really lousy. Thanks, Ko. Now get your reward at Shine Center. Ugh, yikes. Hopefully I get a bunch of money for this, because I'm going to have to buy some healing items, I think. Well done. Quest complete. Take your reward. 60 Tamer points. 3,280 bits. And a bronze plate. Nice. Alright, let's go do some shopping. Because I don't want to have to get into more fights and be as low on healing items as I currently am. And I think the shops are over here? Yes. And we get a cutscene. What should I do? Hey, Petamon, what should I buy? I managed to save enough bits to buy my first farm island, but what should I do next? Let me see. A new farm island is just a basic island. You should renovate the island at the farm shop, or go to the goods shop and buy farm goods. It's hard to decide which to do first. I'm getting a call on my watch. Hey, Ko, you should hurry and exchange the farm island card for a basic island at the farm shop. Well then, Gatomon will have some tea and wait in front of the Digifarm PC. Welcome. This is the farm shop. Didn't I just get you a mushroom? You can modify your farm island here. Oh, are you Ko? Chief Glare contacted me. Do you have the farm island card? First name your farm island. You can change it later, or you can't change it later, so be careful. Alright, I'm bad at naming things, so we're gonna just go. And there is not that many characters. Protozoa Island. That's what we're going with. I see. That's a nice name. Now, next, I'm sending an access pass to your Digifarm PC. Okay, that's it. Congratulations. You're now a farm island owner. Please come back to the farm shop in Shine City. Thank you. We're done with these settings too. I'm so happy. It's our first farm island. Ko, you can use a Digifarm PC now. That's great. Yay. Next, you should collect a lot of bits and buy a terrain board or farm goods. Well, I'd better get in some other work. Awesome. Okay. So now at the top, we'll be able to see our farm island that we have. It's not really worth it at this point for us because I don't have any extra Digimon. You sell equipment. Welcome. Would you like to buy some consumables? Yes. Wow. Things are really cheap in this game. Okay, so I'm going to get maybe 5 of those. These are nice to have. Let's see. Yeah, let's get a reviver. Let's get 5 of those. HP. Maybe we'll go with a couple big HP ones. I'm okay on MP items. Maybe I'll get a couple big MPs just to have. Some of the fights can get pretty long. Confusion, Resurrects, Paralysis, Poison, Sleep, Gate Disc. Okay. There we go. Alright, now I won't struggle quite as much. How would you like to buy some farm goods? Right, so you put these on your Digifarm, and you get different effects from them. So you can get like XP. So like this one, the flowers will give you insect XP, I believe. And everything costs data, which is the amount that you can have. And I believe you have to have these fields to like feed your Digimon, otherwise they doesn't work very well. We'll cross some of those bridges when we get there. Welcome, want to remodel your farm island? Yes. Oh, oops. By BGM board. So this also changes the growth rate of your Digimon that are there based on the music. And this gives XP based on your terrain. DPU expansion. Yeah, I don't think I can do these currently. But I believe DPU is the number of Digimon you can have on an island. And your memory is the amount of, like, things you can have on that island. Nice. So we got that stuff. And let's make our way back to... Let's make our way back to our friends over here. And so we got these two left to go. I think I'm going to end this recording here, this episode here, and next time we can take on these last two side quests. So the Aqua side quest that we have that's available, and the Bird side quest. I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.